Welcome. How are you doing today? Friday was my mom's birthday and she decided to go do something else, so we didn't celebrate with her. And so night before last, my mom texted me and my sister and was like, "Hey, let's go over to your sister's house. She said that I can pretend it's my birthday." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Like, we're gonna do a makeup. I'll bring some seltzers, I'll bring my mom's presents." And then it turned out that my sister just wanted us to come over and help her pack her house up because she's moving. And I love my sister, but I'm not going to help anybody fucking move. I'm not going to pack up your house. I'm unqualified. Like, I'm trying to think if anybody ever has come over in my life and helped me pack my shit up. No. With the exception of the time that, like, my ex-boyfriend packed my shit up while I was at work. And when I got home, he had his car full of, like, some of my belongings. And he dumped it all off at my cousin's house and was like, "I'm changing the locks, get the fuck out." You'd think I'd cheated on him or done something horrible, but that was not the case. He's just insane. But that was the best thing he ever did for me, was force me out of that house. So yeah, I ended up talking to my mom and my sister out on the patio, and my mom starts telling me about how a couple weeks ago I went out to dinner at my parents' country club with my family and my sister's fiance's family, who I'd never met before. At the end of the night, we were like the last table there, and there were like a couple little vases with like flowers on the table. And I was like, "Mom, let's take home these flowers to like remember this special night, and then we can dry them or press them and then like give them to everybody who is here." But I didn't really have a purse with me, but my mom's purse was big enough to put the flowers in. So I wrapped up the flowers in napkins, and my mom put them in their purse. And this woman who was not our server, we hadn't interacted with her all night, I guess she's their like new manager, stomped out with her fucking heels, did not greet us or say like, "Hey, y'all doing all right?" She just walked out and was like, "Did the flowers disappear? If you could put them back, thanks, we need them." And I was like, "Oh shit. They're really pressed about these flowers." I was under the impression that like it was okay to take home flowers from a restaurant, like if it was the end of the night, but apparently not there. And here's my thing. The entire reason we were there was because that's where my sister's having her wedding, and her fiance's family wanted to scope out the venue. So I guess my mom ended up feeling really bad about it. She was drunk, and so she like, when she decided to put the flowers back, she just kind of like in front of staff who were like actively at our table, just like dumped them out all over the table and just spilled the flowers everywhere. Like, she was not discreet. She couldn't just be like, "All right, here's some flowers, I'm gonna put them back in the vase." And the thing is, like, there were only 3 little jars of flowers on our table, but I had grabbed a jar of flowers from another table. So I was like, "Mom, we can put back the flowers from our table. I'm not putting back the flowers from that other table. They can blame somebody else for that. I still want to keep some of these fucking flowers. Plus, I'm not walking back over there when everybody's looking at us to put the flowers back." But I guess my mom felt really bad about it. So she tried to like call the night manager, who she's known for like 25 years or something, to apologize. She couldn't get him on the phone. She kept getting his voicemail. She didn't want to leave a message. But then like a week later, she went to the country club again for some other event. And she was being served by the same fucking server that we had when we went. So she decided to apologize to him, even though he never said anything to us about it. He was delightful. There was no problems, right? And what she said to him was, "I just want to apologize for the flowers last time I was here. My daughter was just like picking flowers and bringing them to me, and she's special needs." And the dude like crouched down next to her at the table and like started crying because he felt bad. And he didn't do anything except for maybe tell his manager like, yeah, I think they took the fucking flowers. But he's young. He's some kid just trying to do his fucking job. Jesus. And when my mom told me this, right? Is telling the story about how she told these people that I'm fucking special needs. My sister was like, oh my God, I did the same thing. At the end of that night, when we were leaving, my sister was mad that woman had come out and addressed us in such a way, especially when she was there for like mapping out her fucking wedding, and that she wouldn't just let us take the fucking flowers. So at the end of the night, instead of like going back and be like, dude, fuck off. I'm having my wedding here. Be nice to my family. Thanks. My sister apparently, because I knew my sister was going back. She was like, I'm going to say something. That wasn't cool. I'm going to say something to her. Should I say something? And I was like, hell yeah, dude. Because, you know, I support her standing up for whatever. So when we were all walking out of the restaurant, my sister turned around and walked back into the restaurant, went to the hostess stand where the manager was standing, and told her something, gave her a piece of her mind, right? She was just like, hey, give my sister a break. She wanted the flowers. She's special needs. And I was like, why would you do that? Blame this entire thing on me and then make up me having a condition that I don't have? And my sister was like, I just wanted her to feel bad. So my mom decided to like excuse her being drunk and being my accomplice in this idea that I had with the flowers, to just blame it on me being special needs. And my sister did the exact same thing. What is wrong with them? Not sponsored. Special needs. Yeah, I needed the fucking flowers. Why can't I just have the flowers? It's a special occasion. I need the flowers from the special... I cannot believe that they both fucking did that. Like, they both did the exact same thing. Whereas, like, I had the idea, but, like, my sister was like, oh, yeah, y'all should do that. And my mom was like, oh, yeah, I'll take them home. I'll put them in my purse. And then when the establishment was like, hey, don't do that, they both decided to just be like, let's blame it on her and say she's not right. How the fuck is it okay? Could they not have just apologized and said, oh, I'm sorry, we didn't know that y'all needed the flowers so badly? Because, like, I mean, I feel like that would have been a burn on them. Y'all are hard up for some fucking flowers? Okay. And the fact that my mom made that fucking server cry when he didn't do anything wrong. Oh my God. He was so nice. He took really good care of us. He didn't come out complaining about, y'all stole the flowers. And she made him cry because, like, he thought that he had some hand in, like, being horrible to someone with, like, developmental delays. It's really fucked up. In my last video, I set out to go buy underwear, and I didn't. I did not do that because I'm incapable of doing fucking anything. But I did this week go to Target, and I purchased some new underwear there. So, you know, I went somewhere in public. Good job me, woohoo. So, yeah, I guess I'm surprised at my sister, but, like, I shouldn't be surprised at my mom. She has weird answers for everything. No matter what's going on in my life, her solution is never helpful or asked for. Why is this person on my street parked in front of my fucking house? And they're not even in their car. Who are you? You'd think since I noticed him, he'd fucking move. He's parked in the grass in front of my house. I don't like it. Oh, but right, my mom and her, hey, let me interrupt you telling me about something that's upsetting and important, with telling you to go move in with your cousins. They need roommates. She has been telling me that exact same thing for over 10 years. I think it started in 2010. Yeah, it did. And I remember the first time she did it, I was like, are you serious? No, I don't want to go live with some rowdy 21-year-olds. Because at the time, like, I was managing a retail store, I was working a lot, and I had to, like, take my shit fucking seriously. It wasn't like I was having a good time in my early 20s. I was having a pretty fucking bad time. That's how I ended up getting addicted to fucking Vicodin. It's because I was miserable, and I was working so fucking much, and I was having a hard time, like, pushing fucking through my miserable life. And I found it to be a lot easier to push through if I took like 25 Norcos a day. I'm really paranoid about that fucking dude parked in front of my house. I don't like it. You know, like, I live on a dead-end dirt road. There's no reason for people to be there. Something like 6 months ago, I saw some car parked on my street that, like, I didn't know and I'd never seen before, and I was like, what the fuck? But it was a nice day. So I was sitting in my backyard at my table, and I heard this buzzing. And it was persistent enough that, like, eventually I started looking for where the sound was coming from. And someone was flying a drone directly over my fucking head in my own backyard. Bro, I was pissed. I hope they flew that over the wrong person's land and got their shit shot down. Like, I know this is the country and you think, like, oh, it's an open space for me to explore, but it's like, no, people live here. You can't just fly drones over people in their own backyard. Oh, right. Anyway, my mom. Well, I ended up telling her yesterday about this really, like, one of many horrible experiences I had with a particular person in 2012. And when I was explaining to her what happened, I was telling her about how my ex-boyfriend would chase me around the house and wrestle me away from the doors so that I couldn't leave. And all I wanted to do was leave because he was screaming in my face. He would hide my purse, he would hide my keys. He would tell me that if I did leave, he was going to call the police and report my license plate and tell them that I'd been drinking, that I was intoxicated. And I would just be like, I want to get the fuck away from you. I just want to go to my dad's house, leave me alone. And he would be like, no, you're gonna go fuck so-and-so and so-and-so and everybody around town. Like, he genuinely, I don't know what it causes his, like, delusions and hallucinations, but he's got them. Even though we had enough room in our driveway for both of us to, like, park, he would purposely block my car in so that even if I did force him away from the door and escape, I wouldn't be able to drive away. And there was one time that I escaped and I ran barefoot through the neighborhood trying to get to my dad's house. And he followed me, yelling at me the whole fucking way. I'm surprised nobody ever fucking called the cops. But I was telling my mom about this one particular time when he'd been wrestling me away from the doors. And I would run to one door and then the other, like the side door, the front door, the back door, and repeating, and he kept barricading and, like, forcing me away and screaming in my face. And my mom interjected to say, what about the window? As if because someone was violently preventing me from getting out of the house, that I could just, like, open a window and hop out? I don't know. And in that moment, I was just like, what? This was in 2012. Like, what do you... How would that have even... And my sister was like, yeah, Mom, you do this. You always want to, like, say something that isn't helpful and it isn't asked for, when the correct response should have been, oh my God, that's terrible. And I was like, thank you. I really appreciated my sister in that moment being like, Mom, I see what you're doing and I recognize this behavior and it's incorrect. Going back to them telling people at the country club that I'm special needs, I was really scared to go to that dinner at the country club to meet my sister's fiance's family because I was so afraid that, like, I was just, like, my sister's secret, you know? Like, I was, like, her fucking mentally ill weirdo sister it turns out I am. I want to thank you for listening. I feel like forgiveness is very important, so I want you to forgive yourself for the time that you have wasted.